The security of businesses is as important as ever. With more and more people being exposed to ransomware and phishing attacks on a daily basis, you must make sure that you're applying updates across all devices within the business, and that controls are being put in place to mitigate any data loss, as well as ensuring that staff user accounts are actually disabled when they leave the business. To get around this, a lot of companies actually make use of outsourced IT providers, which are more frequently known as managed service providers, or MSPs for short. Or sometimes businesses just use the more generic IT company to help them out with their day-to-day requirements. Now, by outsourcing the business IT, it helps the business get on with what they're good at, and also allows the MSP or the IT company to look after the more technical aspects of keeping your business running smooth and safe and secure, with the minimum amount of impact to your business. Now, this way of working can also be cheaper in the long run, as businesses aren't actually paying for the salary and the training of at least one additional member of staff, and it can just work out a lot cheaper in the long run. Recently though, we've seen a huge increase in the amount of IT companies that are actually offering or increasing their cybersecurity related services to their customers. But why should an IT company look to someone like ourselves for this service instead? Well, find out in this video shortly, but before we start going through the reasons why, my name is Martin Dempsey and I run an information security company called InfoSec Governance, where we're based in the northeast of England. We help businesses secure their systems and processes through the provision of cyber essential certifications, penetration testing, and security consultancy, and a lot more. So, do you run or do you work for an IT company? Do you have customers who have a need for cybersecurity? Are you having to train up additional staff and new skills and software? These are all just some of the questions I tend to ask an IT company when I work alongside them. And in this video, it's hopefully going to explain why your IT company should use an outsourced information security company like ourselves. Now, this may come as slightly biased, as this is the nature of my business and this is what we do here at InfoSec Governance. We work alongside other IT companies, help them provide information security related services. However, I think these will be generic, realistic, and actually will help the IT company moving forward. And I would also be interested to know if your IT company already has outsourced any information security related services. Does it work for you? Does it not? What's the pros and cons? Leave your comments below the video. So, with keeping this in mind, the next 3 reasons are why I think you should be working with us or another information security provider for offering information security services to your customers. The first reason I think it's better to outsource information security related work from your own company is down to the current experience and the knowledge of your staff and the business in general. IT companies have already invested huge amounts of time, education and training into their staff and the services that they already offer. Whether it's staff being trained up on the latest products and technologies, to talking and keeping certifications fully up to date, this costs the business time and money, as well as temporarily reducing the number of resources available to servicing customers. Not only this, but it also means that there's at least one member of staff who won't be available for actually providing services to your customers. For information security related services, the product service offering is vast and can take sometimes years of training and hands-on work to become comfortable to offer these the truly reliable and efficient service for your customers. By outsourcing this part of the business service offering, you can ensure that your technical staff are kept up to date and current with the technologies and the products that they know and that they understand. And this can help reduce the amount of stress on your staff, as well as keeping enough resources in place to provide services to your customers. The second reason I think is a good idea to outsource information security services is down to scalability. If you look at starting to offer more services, you're going to have to start looking either again at training existing staff or temporarily reducing the resources to bring on board new staff to help them with the extra load, hopefully, that you're going to achieve. But what happens if you bring on board new staff members who are experienced around this new area that you're going to be offering, but they don't actually get the interest from your customers that you're expected? Or you're only going to get, you might actually only get peaks every now and then. Sometimes it might be a quarterly thing or a yearly thing. What are you going to do? Do you or can you let these people go, or do you try and actually introduce them and integrate them into other parts of the business, thereby over-resourcing in some areas? By having the ability to outsource this feature, it gives your business the flexibility to become scalable, and it allows your business to move with the demand that you haven't seen. You can either increase or decrease as needed. This allows your business to adapt quickly and efficiently. Reason 3 is all about cost. We briefly touched on this already within the video, but we're talking about training. When we were talking about training. However, this is not all about the training costs. What about the actual staff onboarding costs? Staff such as staff salaries, the pensions, their computer equipment, their accessories. What about additional software licenses and travelling costs that will be required? Do you give out company cars for for when you do the work on site. The cost soon mounts up, and you must decide whether or not it's feasible to take on board all this potential risk, or do you actually outsource all this work for a known price, which will be cheaper for the cost of hiring a new member of staff. And that's it. Those were the 3 reasons why you should look at outsourcing the information security services to another provider, such as ourselves or someone else. Yes, there is a lot more pros and cons with that. I would like to hear your thoughts about it in the comments below the video. Have you tried it? Have you not? Are you thinking about it? Are you not? And go from there. Please like and subscribe this. It also helps us with YouTube, and go from there. See ya.